are back at the cottage and it is full-blown summer. Oh, you're a bit. Look at this. It is completely blooming here. We are fixing up the cottage on the outside, painting the roof. And on the other side, all of the furniture is moved again because we have painted oil here as well. Ta-da! I have brought my plants from Denmark with us this time, and they're blooming ever so gently. Good morning! It's Friday in June and we have been here since Sunday, and this is actually our first sunrise. That's because it hasn't been a sunrise every morning, but it's so early now, like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
We have been sleeping in.
It's just the sun who's getting up too early.
We haven't been able to get up at that time. So this morning we looked outside and said, okay, let's do it. And we came down here to the lake and we got a macro lens that allows me to get super close to flowers and bees, and I really enjoy it. I can just play around with this for hours. This week has been a work week, so a lot of hours in the office and then the rest of the day out in the sun. And next week we have a vacation, so that will be all fun and games. A snake?
A snake?
Yeah. Oh. Nice. Oh, the mosquitoes got me. Jordan!
Yeah. I'm sitting on it.
Yeah.
Black vipers are very common here.
How many have we seen?
4.
Right here.
They are cold-blooded, so they like to lay in the sun. They are not aggressive, but if you provoke them or step on them by accident, they can bite and inject a small amount of poison to protect themselves.
That's why you should wear rubber shoes in the forest and water. Unless you're in a bikini, then rubber shoes don't go with it.
There are 2 types of snakes that we sometimes see around here: the viper and the grass snake. We can usually tell them apart by the yellow spots on the head of a grass snake.
We came to see the sunset and we ended up in the zoo. We have to go to work. It is time for a summer vacation adventure down by the lake.
On days like these, I find it hard to believe that this is my reality. Just 3 years ago, I was living in an apartment with mold, working a 9-to-5 job, building my business on the side, and I had completely given up on my body. Then I read a book, and it got me hooked on personal development. And I got an education on being the master of my own life.
This is life.
Summer life.
Followed by a coaching education, where I started helping other people achieve their dreams. Sarah was one of them. She's a subscriber on this channel, and she left the most beautiful comment on our last video, telling me how she has made progress in her life since then. Right now, I'm reading a book called Everything is Figure-Outable, and I really believe that it is. If you feel like there's a gap between where you want to be and where you are now, my word of love for you today is take the first step. It doesn't have to be a big one, just something small. Because with many tiny steps, we eventually end up where we pin our destination. If you're not a small step kind of person, take a big one. Just know that some of us aren't built for massive change all at once. It can feel really exciting at first, but there's a chance that we crawl back into our eggshells, back to safety. That's why we can lovingly trick our minds by doing little tiny steps, so our system doesn't even notice that we're making a change. It could be making a phone call, Googling something you have been wondering about, or just getting out there. What would be the one thing you could do today that would lead you a little bit closer to your future reality? Because if you're doing it, then it's not really a dream anymore. It's a plan. But don't tell it to your subconscious, because it will find an excuse. Feel free to write your one thing in the comments if you feel like committing yourself. Because when you write things down and say them out loud, it increases the possibility that you will follow through. Some of my long-term plans have been my portrait photography business, my living situation, my body, and my relationship. Each of those started with a first step. And I'm still walking. Sometimes I'm running, and sometimes I'm resting. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope that this video was of some inspiration to you. And if you want to follow the journey, you can subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.